Hello everybody! Welcome to this week's lessons, Law of Cosines. If you saw a different video up before, shout out to my student CW who found a mistake. So we're going to do this one again. Okay? Law of Cosines. Now, Law of Cosines works when we can't use Law of Sines. We'd really like to use Law of Sines, but that only works if I have a side and an opposite angle somewhere on there. Law of cosines is when we don't have that situation. Okay, and we have, really this is the same, these are the same equations, just manipulated. But I want to use these on the left if I'm trying to find a side first. Notice it equals a squared. And over here when I want to find an angle first. That's why it's cosine B, cosine A, cosine C, all that. Okay, in this first situation, we do not have an angle on its opposite side. We have a side. So, let's use the left side over here. Excuse me, I wrong. The right side here to find an angle. And let's go with B. Cos of B equals, okay, A squared plus C squared. So that's 8 squared plus 14 squared minus the B squared, which was 19 squared, over 2 times A, which was 8, B, which was 14. Bam! And that gives me negative 0.451, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to do inverse cosine of that number, negative 0.451. And that gives us 116.8 degrees. So that's up here, 116.8. From there, I could do law of cosines again, but that'd be crazy. Why do that when I can jump to my favorite and do law of sines? So if you notice, we're going to look for an angle. So we could have sine of 116.8 over 19 equals, whichever one we want. We can go sine of A over 8 multiplied by the 8. Do out the math, inverse sine, bam. You have that. I don't need to do that for you. You guys can work on that on your own. Let's give the other situation. A little squirt. This board's really getting beaten up. It's cold down here in my basement. All right, let's look at another scenario. Instead of a side, let's get a little sassy with a side angle side. All right, and we go. Oh, it's still a little damp. It's still a little damp right there. Let's erase it. Let's just erase it right there. Okay, Mr. Wayne, let's erase it. All right. That's an A, B, C. All right, now this time we'll go sassy. So we know that that's 9. We know that we have a 25-degree angle. Can you see that? You can see that. And 12 down here. Now, this time we're looking for a side. And which side? Well, I have angle A, so I must solve for sine A. So we can come up to the side. So A squared equals, so B squared plus C squared, which was, 12 squared minus 2 times BC cos of 25. All right. When I do all that out, I get 29.375. But remember, that equals A squared. So I got a square root. And then we get A is about 5.4. From there, do the same thing as we did on the other one. So that's 5.4. Jump right into law of sines. So I'm looking for an angle. So still where there's sine of 25 over 5.4 equals sine of, say, C over 12. Multiply the 12 over. Bam. There we go. Again, quick shout out to the student who fixed my mistake. And it wasn't that the math was wrong, I labeled it wrong. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and be safe.